Hello, how y'all doing? I want to talk to you today about the Gorilla Glue incident where the girl sprayed Gorilla Glue in her hair. Now, I've been using Gorilla Glue for years. I've been using Gorilla Glue and Super Glue for years because I do a lot of minor repairs around the house that need a very strong glue. You know, like the dresser drawers need the thing put back in, putting insulation around the window or basement door, something like that. But Gorilla Glue is for construction only. If you want to do a paper construction project, you should probably use Elmer's. But I always read the directions on the glue. The directions say, do not let that glue come in contact with your skin. It says that very clearly. They said, do not breathe the fumes. So when you use Gorilla Glue, you should probably either do it outside or you should have good ventilation in the room. They say do not breathe the fumes. They say do not get it on your hands, your skin. Also, do not use Gorilla Glue on any electrical appliance. Why? Because electricity will spark the Gorilla Glue and probably cause an explosion. So you cannot use it on hair dryers, any kind of electrical appliances. But, you know, you can use it on cups. You know, if you want to, if you break something, you can use it on a cup or whatever, ceramic cup or something like that. But like I said, I've been using it for years. I usually wear gloves when I use it. I have got some Gorilla Glue and Super Glue on my skin. I heard that you can use fingernail polish to get it off. So now the fingernail polish does work with Super Glue because it has acetone. It does not work very well with Gorilla Glue. But what I did when the Gorilla Glue got on my skin, I just waited until the skin cells grew back and it just fell off. That's what I would do. Now, Gorilla Glue is activated by water. So when she shampooed her hair, that was the absolute worst thing to do because that made it stronger and stronger. Gorilla Glue is activated by water. Hello? Now, if I had known her, what I would have done was use an X-Acto knife, which is, now this is a seam ripper. You can use this on her hair too. I would have used an X-Acto knife, which is about this big, and it has a sharp tip at the end. Now, since she had it on her head for about a month, that means about 1/8 of an inch of new growth has come in. So what I would have done was take an X-Acto knife and just cut it down to 1/8 of an inch, cut it down to the new growth. That's what I would have done, just take an X-Acto knife and just cut everything off. And then the following month, you know, she would have grown another 1/8 of an inch. So I would have told her to go to the hairdresser, let her just trim another 1/8 of an inch off. And so by June, she would have had, what, about 1/2 of an inch of hair, of new growth. So again, ask the hairdresser to just cut all that glue off, all that whole substance off. Cut it again, down to way down to about 1/4 of an inch. That's what I would have told her. But I would have used an X-Acto knife to cut it off her hair. That's what I would have used, an X-Acto knife. And I would have done it outside because, like I said, Gorilla Glue is a very dangerous substance. Gorilla Glue and Super Glue are two very dangerous substances. I would have done it outside because you don't want Gorilla Glue around electricity. You don't want it around heat. You don't want it around anything that can cause a fire. Now also, you can also use small scissors on her hair, you know, just to trim it and cut it off and so on. Now, she went to a doctor in California and he used a very clever concoction. He used acetone. Now, see, he used acetone and olive oil. And I'm hearing that the third ingredient is aloe vera. Now, acetone is what is in the fingernail polish. But the acetone in fingernail polish is very low grade. You just have a little bit of acetone in there to remove the fingernail polish. But like I said, acetone, the fingernail polish worked on the Super Glue. It didn't work on the Gorilla Glue when I tried it. So anyway, this doctor probably used a very high grade of acetone. Very high grade of acetone to at least neutralize, you know, the atoms. You got to understand, it's all about atoms, bonding. Okay, that's what Gorilla Glue is. It's made up of certain type of atoms. I don't know what the chemical equation is, but it's just made of certain types of atoms, okay? So it's all about bonding to those atoms. So the doctor used acetone, olive oil, and I hear aloe vera. Now, like I said, it was a very high grade acetone for the doctor. It wasn't that mess that you get the fingernail polish remover. It's very high grade. And that got it neutralized the Gorilla Glue. So I guess he used olive oil and whatever. I hear it's aloe, and he got it out of her hair. So that's a very clever concoction. It really is. Aloe, acetone, and olive oil. Very clever concoction. I wouldn't have thought of that. But acetone, he must have been a very high grade acetone. Much more higher grade than what is in fingernail polish remover. But he got it done, and she's back to normal. So that's a very clever concoction. But see, I don't understand why she didn't read the directions, because the directions clearly say, do not put this product on your skin, and the scalp is part of the skin. Hello. So I don't even understand why she even used it. The reason why Gorilla Glue gave her that shine, because Gorilla Glue is shiny. When it's dry, it's very shiny. It's very shiny. So I guess the shine is what she wanted. Okay, I don't know, but it says very clearly it's activated by water. It says that on the package also. So when she washed her hair with shampoo, that just made it all the more potent. That made it even more it made it, what's the word? Made it adhere even more to her skin when she shampooed her hair. But it clearly says do not put it on your skin. Do not use it around electricity. Do not breathe in those fumes. Make sure you have ventilation around Gorilla Glue. Like I said, I've been using it for years. I've been using Gorilla Glue and Super Glue for years, because some things you need a very tough adhesive. But I always use gloves. You know, I make sure I have ventilation. I don't use it on any electrical appliances. It's only for construction. Gorilla Glue is only for construction. You know, like if you want to build something for your garden, you know, some type of wood thing for your garden. It's only for construction. It's not for hair. It's not for shampoo, y'all. But I'm glad she got that stuff out of her hair. I really am. Have a nice day.